Hello and welcome to Kansas, site to chase race number 4 of the Coke Vanilla Cup Series, and we're here for qualifying, and already a pair of drivers going out onto the track. If I can get to them, there they go. Pair of the MWR cars, as first out on track is RJ Reynolds in the UPS Toyota, who comes into this one 40th in the owner's points.
So they had a good road, well, not really a good road course. Finished second at Cleveland and a 40th at Lime Rock after involving the crash. D&Q'd Pigs Creek at Richmond. Their last mile and a half was a D&Q, so at Texas, so not too good at the mile and a half this year. So we'll see how RJ does. He's gaining up in points with some good runs, but having some bad runs also run in the middle.
Whoops.
It's a beautiful pit road.
I was hoping to get back to that car, which didn't work out. Henry Sanford driving the Domino's Toyota for Michael Waltrip Racing comes into this one 11th in the owner's points.
So Henry finished 28th and 12th in their road course stretch. Henry has not had a top 10 finish since a fourth at Michigan. The last mile and a half was a 28th place at Texas. The double zero team has been on the slide since having a good stretch of races where he won. So we'll see if the double zero gets some momentum, as he's currently 10th in the chase
11th.
grid.
I mentioned where they're at, so he's 11th in chase.
Yeah, so they haven't had a good stretch of races. Trying to turn that around here at Kansas.
Zachary DeLello in the 49 BAM Racing Dodge out on track, just getting up to speed, comes into this one 55th in the owner's points.
So Zach DeLello, he had that good stretch of races where he finished 5th and he won at Michigan, but the last results have been a D&Q, and he finished 32nd at Cleveland, and he did not run, as my computer is acting up. 32nd at Cleveland and a DNA at Lime Rock, so we'll see how DeLello shapes up here.
Right now, the slowest, and they are the lowest in owner's points coming in.
Rimp.
Tristan Wilhoit in the 16 car going out on track. The Nintendo Wii Ford comes into this one 9th in the owner's points.
So Tristan finished 36th and 22nd on his road courses, his worst statistical tracks in the series out of the 4. Not too good, which has killed them in the points. They did finish 11th at Texas, and their mile and a half survived the carnage. So we'll see how Will Hoyt does this weekend. He's only been good at the Crown Jewel events this year, so oh boy.
Wow. Finish up the thought.
He's only been good at the Crown Jewels. I don't expect him to be a championship favorite, but you never know with this system. And this scheme actually won in 2007 in real life.
Henry Williams in the Camping World Ford currently is 9th quickest, as time's still getting up to speed a little bit here. 77 team comes into this one 52nd in the owner's points.
So on Robbie Gordon, like the 77 finished 34th at Cleveland, and they did finish second at Pigs Creek, almost getting that second SS win of the year. Tough break for them. They have another SS track coming up at Talladega, see if they can get a second win for the season. But the main goal today is at Kansas, and we'll see what they can do this weekend, trying to help out Storyline get that owner's championship.
And first goal is to make the race, obviously. Steve Pollard, the Camping World Chevrolet car 33, comes into this one 39th in the owner's points, still getting up to speed.
41st, 21st, and a 21st in his quest to start the chase off. Not looking too good for his championship hopes, but at least we're going to finish top 12 in points. Steve finished 34th at the last mile and a half after plowing in, and then Steven joined in the plowing festival. Hopefully the 33 has brakes this week, and we'll see what they can do.
Samet Ozkan in car 29 is currently 4th quickest in the session, as speed's now kind of where we would expect him to be. 35th in the owner's points for the RCR Chevrolet.
Samet, Reed, Sorensen, Ozkan. No, I'm kidding. The last 3 have been a D&Q for Ozkan. He's won 2 straight D&Q races on the last lap pass at Cleveland, and he made up. Listen, it's 1:48 in the morning. And Lime Rock, he made up 30 seconds on a pit strategy call, and he won there. If he DNQs, he has another shot to make it 3 straight wins, but he's hoping to make the field. 35th is not where the team wants to be, but trying to gain for next year.
James Qualls in the FedEx Express Chevrolet, a rare version of the scheme for this week. They're currently 17th quickest, and they come in this one 26th in the owner's points.
James, right here he is. He's finished 32nd, 33rd in his road course quest, not doing too well. His Cold Diva wrecked.
Yep, I saw the skid marks. I was trying to figure out if we couldn't figure out who it was. Looks to be fairly serious. I don't know. Would you say that's serious damage on the 8?
I don't see any wrinkles on the hood's not buckled, so Elvis isn't dead. There's no smoke.
So it looks like they'll be able to repair that. No backup car for the 8 then.
So Qualis is not at a top 10 to Michigan in the best race since the 19th, so looking for momentum for the 11th team. But maybe with the purple scheme, they'll have good luck as Max Anderson, the fastest car on track.
So far, yes. Seth Cole, the National Guard Chevrolet Car 25, is currently 21st quickest in this session, and they are 18th in the owner's points coming into the race. 18th coming in. Earth to Steven. Uh-oh. So with that, let's continue on. Alger Baranowskis in the 46 is 25th quickest right now in this session. And they come into this...
I'm back.
Oh. Well, you missed me talking about Seth. Go ahead.
Well, sorry, computer died. Seth Cole, I don't know if it's my end or your end, Charles.
I don't know. Just continue. Go.
Seth finished 20th and 14th at the road course, and he finished 36th at Texas. So not a really good stretch of races for Seth, so he's trying to gain points as hopefully we don't die again.
Alger Baranowskis currently still the slowest car in this session. They come to this one 54th in the owner's points out of 55 main time cars this season.
So they're DNQ'd at Cleveland, lost in the last lap to Oscon, 5th at Pigs Creek, and a 17th at Riverside the last few races. So the team's not been doing too bad, but this team is not returning next year. It's just trying to get all for glory in the last three COT races.
Max Anderson in the 88 Snickers Ford currently is the quickest car on track, or in this session. They're the only ones to have gone below the 32nd bracket. 34th in the owner's points coming in.
I like to disclaimer and a big apology to the Snickers 88 team. They finished second at Pennsylvania, which I've completely missed. Now, definitely Jeffrey McCullough is the worst driver in the series with no top 10. Ninth place at Lime Rock, their second top 10 of the season. But they've been a top 20 machine besides the wreck at Riverside. So this team's got a lot of momentum. If they can keep it up, the 28 car, switch 88 will switch to the 28 next year. If they can keep it up, they may be a chase contender next year with this much momentum.
I just wanted to make sure there was no one in between. Mark George, the big red Dodge, car number 42 for Chip Ganassi Racing, comes into this one. They are 4th in the owner's points.
So the reason why they're 4th is because a lot of people had bad runs last weekend, 26th and 8th in their road course quest, and they actually won the last mile and a half to Texas. So a lot of momentum going on Mark George's side. Let's see if he make it 2 for 2 at mile and a half this year, or the last two races, excuse me.
William Flickinger, car number 40, the Coors Light Dodge, is currently 20th in this session, and they come into this one 47th in the owner's points.
So William is very weird. He's DNQ'd Riverside, Richmond, Pig Streak, and Lime Rock, but has 2 10th place finishes in the middle. With all the DNQing and Kev Shear gaining talent, he's only 42 points behind William Kev Shear now in the DNQ points. Be very interesting in the last 6 races if he can catch and pass Kev.
Dylan Young, car 24, the Pepsi Chevrolet for Hendrick Motorsports, is currently 9th quickest in this session, and they come into this one 3rd in the owner's points.
So Dylan has had 37th and 10th in his road course quest with a 9th place, and he finished 2nd at Texas. So another good run at a mile and a half for this team. Team has got momentum on their side besides the 37th at Cleveland. So let's see if he can get up there and try to win the drivers and owners title.
Alexander Rowe is currently 23rd quickest in the Miller Lite Dodge and comes into this one 45th in the owner's points.
So Alexander finished 4th at Lime Rock. They are their first top 5 of the season. 16th at Cleveland. They've made 4 straight races and had a 10th place at Richmond. They're no longer the 21st place story. They're actually gaining speed and talent, and the 2 cars coming back next year. So maybe this will be a shot in the arm next year. They can make the chase and not be below 30th for the first time ever.
Well, I'd have to look. I'm sure that they were not below 30th when Daniel Day drove the car at one point.
I'll give you that.
Joshua Osborne, car number 70, the Haas Chevrolet, is currently 11th quickest, and they come in this one 32nd in the owner's points.
So after 4 straight DNQs, it should have been 5, but 21 mile per hour win happened. But they finished 13th at Lime Rock, so we'll see how the 70 does. If they make the race to keep on the DNQ streak for the last 6 races, or they make an improvement in that 13th place at Lime Rock.
Zachary Fitzwater in car number 19, the Dodge Dealers Dodge, is currently 10th quickest and 30th in the owner's points coming into this one.
Well, they have a 269-point gap over 31st, but if they continue on the trend in the last 6 races of a 38th, 36th, 25th, 40th, and a 42nd place finish, Sky Commons, even though he DNQ'd last week, is going to catch him. So Zachary's looking for a shot in the arm, a shot of Foster's or something to gain some momentum.
Cole Deaver, the Elvis Presley Budweiser Chevrolet, is currently 24th quickest in this session as they beat out the damage now on that car. 13th in the owner's points coming into this one.
They might be the points leader. It's a shame that Cole missed the chase. He finished first at Pigs Creek, 7th at Cleveland, and 18th at Lime Rock, 21st at Texas. This team has a lot of momentum on their side, and I guess if you don't make the chase, the first loser is always the best position to be in.
Okay. Zach Rogers, car number 10 with the white roof number for the Valvoline Dodge this week, is currently 5th quickest. They come into this one 21st in the owner's points.
So Zach, 22nd and 12th in his road course excursion. 5th place at Texas, and that started a streak of 2 ninths in a row, or back-to-back for him. So we'll see what the 10 car can do as a teammate this week in Robert Pollard. So we'll see if they can lean off that setup and go a little faster this week.
Amy Shelley, the Altel Dodge, is currently 12th quickest in car number 12, and they come into this one 16th in the owner's points.
So 12th and 24th in their road course excursion with a 26th of the last mile and a half. The 12 team has some speed. Penske as a whole, besides Johnny, has been doing pretty well, having decent runs. So we'll see how the 12 car does this week. There's RJ.
Yep. William Brock, the Interstate Battery Chevrolet car number 18, is currently 16th quickest in this group, and they come into this one 42nd in the owner's points. Actually in a tie for 41st, though.
So William Brock, 35th, and a DNQ at Cleveland, but he's made a couple races in a row, finished third at Riverside. And the question I do have for William Brock, if you watch this qualifying session, I did notice the one in the Hooters series is the JJ Yeley car. This is also the JJ Yeley car. I want to know if you're a JJ Yeley fan, if you planned that out, because I thought that was pretty cool. If you're not, well, tough shit.
Stephen Paul III, car 23, is currently 3rd quickest. They do not have a Caterpillar logo on the deck lid this week. And 23 comes into this one 22nd in the owner's points.
Somehow did not end up in the tire barrier at Lime Rock, finished 6th. 30th place at Cleveland. It's been a really rough stretch of races for Steven. Best finish since his 10th at Darlington was a 22nd, so that was kind of a shot in the arm they needed. They survived the carnage, and we'll see how the 23 car does this weekend.
Jeffrey McCullough in the 26 Crown Royal Ford is currently 19th quickest in this group, and the 26 team comes into this one 44th in the owner's points.
So the 16 is actually made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 straight.
You said 16.
Damn it. They made 8 straight races, but they finished 2 17th place finishes and 2 29th place finishes in a row for this team. They are now the worst team in the series with no top 10s, and I don't think any driver has not scored a top 10 in the series if they ran in the same year, if I said that right.
No driver who has run a full season has not gotten a top 10. Correct. Allie Nelson in car 36 is currently 21st quickest in this session, and they come into this one 33rd in the owner's points.
So Allie finished 25th at Lime Rock, had a heartbreak, had another top 15 run going as they finished 14th, 11th at Cleveland. They finished 31st at Texas, was running up there too. So the 36 team has got some speed. The third Bill Davis, the lowest Bill Davis car. So we'll see how Allie does this weekend. Her and Tom Shelley have still got that losing streak going.
Trying to see if I don't think there's multiple of it, but there's a look at the side for us at least.
There's a CVS logo on the car.
Mary Shelley in the M&M's Ford car 38 is currently 8th quickest right now, and for the 38 team they come into this one 38th in the points.
So that's very ironic. Mary Shelley, here she is. She's DNQ'd three races in a row. We saw her in the new paint scheme last weekend at Lime Rock that DNQ'd. 13th at Richmond in her last run made, and 20th. She has 3 straight top 20s the races she made. All she needs to do is find the speed to make the race. And on the bright side, next year she has 7 brand new past championships to use next season.
6, you mean?
6, yeah.
Christopher Pierce, car 41, the Target Dodge for Chip Ganassi Racing, comes into this one 28th in the owner's points.
The reason why they've dropped 33rd, 28th, and 41st the last 3 weeks after that 3rd place at Texas and a 15th at Richmond. 41 team looking for some momentum.
Oh, and that's actually manages to get us through all the cars that we needed to cover. So a few seconds here to look at the cars that need to improve on their time.
Baranowskis, ouch. That's going to be a DNQ. Let's see, Alexander Rowe. We were talking so much praise on him. That might be a DNQ. Allie Nelson looks like she going to house. McCullough, wow, that'd be a tough break for him. The 40's looking not too good. Max Anderson, how about the pole for him? Steve Pollard up there with Stephen
Or at
Pollard
least the
third.
potential pole.
All we need is Robert Pollard to be up there. Now we got a whole Pollard. It's like the Texas race.
As dang, look at this speed boost almost the 33 got through that turn.
Got some draft apparently. Seth is. I gotta exit
Oh,
this
and
out.
we're actually in the standby time. I already know that. I just noticed that.
Let's see if Steve can get to the line for this lap end.
I don't think he will. There's the time. So that is it. So group number 1 is in the books. Max Anderson with the lone 29-second lap time of the group, as he will go quickest of all. Steve Pollard, Stephen Pollard third, Tristan Wilhoit, Zach Rogers there in the top 5. And I think it looks like Samet Ozkan, Zach DeLello, Mary Shelley should be safe to make it in on the race. Obviously Osborne, Henry Williams, RJ Reynolds, William Brock, and William Flickinger are going to kind of be nervous
Sweating
a little
bullets.
bit. Jeffrey McCullough down in 20th, so someone actually went quicker than the 26. I don't know quite who it was. We weren't paying close enough attention to see who it was. Baranowskis and Alexander Rowe probably going to go to the house. I would imagine same for Allie Nelson, but again, don't know after last week who was safe.
Seriously.
Basically. So with that, I'd like we'll actually take a break. I almost thought we were group 2 there for a moment, and I almost went to the outro. We'll be right back for group number 2. And we're back for group number 2. Already cars going out onto track as... Oh, apparently... I see. I got onto one of the cars that was going out on track. Vince Almarigo, the John Mansville Chevrolet for DEI, car number 15, comes into this one 5th in the owner's points after the win.
So they won last week in 25th at Cleveland, and their mile and a half was 13th. I believe that was his second win of the season, first since Pig Stadium. So the 15 teams got a lot of momentum. They had a rough start to the chase, but that win will definitely help them out. And with some of the chasers having problems, they moved up into the top 5. So we'll see how they do this weekend.
Yeah, from last.
and if you look at the screen, look where the 05 is.
Yeah, I see that. Matt Dixon with the yellow side there, car number 84, comes into this one. They are 50th in the owner's points, as the COT part-times have all fallen to like the bottom 6.
As Pigs Creek and Cleveland, they DNQ'd after such a good start to the year. They still have good runs, but they haven't been having speed to make it. I guess all the cars have been going to Sky Commons. The 84 will be back next year, still unconfirmed who's driving, but we'll see how Dixon does this weekend if he can make the race. Fastest on the board right now. Oh, actually, no, never mind.
Well, yeah. So the plan, Red Bull's planning to still run. As Johnny Gardner in the 06 Mobil 1 Dodge currently is the quickest car on track, and they come to this one 43rd in the owner's points.
Wait, where are they in owner points?
43rd.
Who are we talking about?
Johnny.
Oh, Gardner. Oh, I thought we were on the wrong. I thought we were talking about Sky Commons. My bad.
Well, we were going to, and then I saw the 06 pass him. So.
Oh, okay, that's what threw me off. So Johnny's actually missed 5 out of the last 6 races. 30th place finish at Pigs Creek, but with all going on with Johnny, I think that's the least of his concerns, and our thoughts and prayers are with you, Johnny.
Yeah, this is gonna freeze for a moment on screen. I just realized I couldn't see the lap times.
And
Continue or were you done?
I'm done.
Delon Abrahamian in the AAA Ford, car number 6 for Roush Racing, comes into this one 15th in the owner's points.
So DeLon 31st and 4th on the road course stretch. Hasn't had really a good season. Decent one, I'd say, at least 18th at Texas. So we'll see how the Roush coming number 6.
That is definitely a backup car. Oh yeah. God, that was
and it might
miss.
And that was almost the pole lap.
It almost.
Yeah, that's tough break. Well, Tom Shelley.
So finish up on Abrahamian.
That was it for Abrahamian.
Okay, just get back up there. Okay, Charles Jackson, car number 9, the lifetime warranty Dodge dealers Dodge, is the 11th quickest right now, and they are 12th in the owner's points.
It's the reason why they're 40th and the 33rd to start the chase with the 9th at Cleveland. 19th at Texas. The 19th is not as strong as they were early in the season that build that big lead. So we'll see what Charles can do. Maybe he'll get back up there, but what a crushing defeat for him.
Sky Commons in the 83 also with the yellow side on that car. 21st quickest right now, up to 14th actually. They are 31st in the owner's points.
So if we're not going to switch off the Sky Column, it's 9th, 3rd, and
Not this
1st
time.
for the 41st place of Richmond. What a crushing DNQ after they won the week before at Cleveland. And so we'll see what Sky can do this weekend. Like I mentioned, he's 269 points behind Fitzwater. Fitzwater's running like Toilet, and hopefully Sky Commons can run better than Toilet, and they can make the top 30 points.
Well, that lap time definitely going to need to improve if he's going to make it. So
For sure. Charles Jack's to the top, and he's fast.
of this group, not fastest overall though. As Jessica Shelton is 17th quickest right now, the Ford Motorcraft Ford for Wood Brothers. They come into this one. They are 14th in the owner's points. Wow, that was sneaky.
Well, yeah, for the 15th, 5th, and the 7th on the road course stretch, that's a really good run. We've seen the 37th at Texas. We can blame Kyle Matthews for that one. We'll see how Jess does in the 21 car this week. 6 races to go for the 21 team, and see how Jess does.
And running some quick lap times there. We'll let him get past the pit lane a little bit. Bill Bragg Jr. in the 22 Caterpillar Dodge, or Toyota. I'm thinking last season there.
Wow.
I'm thinking last season. The yellow splitter on the 22, as they come into this one, they are 6th in the owner's points.
I'm amazed they're 6th. Well, they had a 6th place at Picks Creek, 19th at Cleveland, 34th at Lime Rock, 32nd at Texas. Just like Charles Jackson, the 22 team is not as strong as they were early in the season, but there's still time to chase and they can improve. And with that lap time, that is definitely not going to help those improvements.
Lap. That's what they need.
Seriously.
William Duncan is 22nd quickest right now in desperate need of a draft lap as well. The AT&T Chevrolet is 17th in the owner's points.
So they had a 7th, a 4th, and an 8th from Texas, Richmond, or Pigs Creek, but a 35th and a 30th at Lime Rock really hurt that good momentum. So trying to have a good run as there, he's got a drafting partner right now.
At least pushing him.
Yeah.
As Robert Pollard currently is 14th quickest in this group with a 30.162. That's a good lap time there. As the 98 comes into this one, 53rd in the owner's points.
So they finished 14th at Cleveland, the DNQ at Pigs Creek, and he okay, I'm looking at the, okay, where else did he, he DNQ Pigs Creek 14th, didn't run Lime Rock. He's got about 3 races left and the 71 at Homestead. So we'll see what Ron Paul can do, hoping to go full-time next year, actually, because there's no part-time cars.
Well, yeah, the part-time deal is not a thing next season.
And before Time Paul replaces him. No, I'm kidding.
Mohamed Zainabdullah in car number 1 going back out on track now after setting the 7th quickest lap time of this session earlier on. And the one team comes into this one 27th in the owner's points.
So they haven't had a top 10 finish. It's their 3rd at Las Vegas. The team has struggled so mightily. They've been running so bad. He's now labeled a Coke Vanilla Cup Series bust, and with 6 races to go, he hopes to change my mind.
Jack James currently is 21st quickest in car number 4, the Lucas Oil State Water Heater Chevrolet. Comes into this one 29th in the owner's points.
So since his return, he finished 5th at Richmond, but a 16th, 35th, 31st, and a crash at Lime Rock. Been a tough stretch for Jack James. His brother Daniel ran pretty good in the car, but we'll see what Jack can do in the last 6 races. The 4 car has done majorly improved for 2006, but the 07 season still has been a disappointment for the 4 team.
Get past the pit lane. Sam Young, the Wiley X Chevrolet with Declet sponsorship. That's important. I remember that one. 17th quickest right now in this session, and the 14 team comes into this one 10th in the owner's points.
So 31st, 24th, and 16th. His quest to win 3 titles in a row has gone kind of derailed after, the truck race. Oh, I'm not going to say anything. But he's looking like to not having a shot at that. So for Sam, he's just trying to get the best points finish in all 3 series.
As my computer definitely took a crap there for a moment. Tom Shelley, the Wells Fargo Dodge car 45, comes into this one 46th in the owner's points.
So the reason why they dropped so low is they DNQ'd 4 of the last 6 races, and the 2 races they made 33rd and 41st. So Tom's been having a really rough stretch of races. So right now, looking like to make the race with a good time. So we'll see what happens with Tom this weekend.
Yep, 4th quickest right now. Jonathan Zorline, car number 7, is currently 3rd quickest in this session, and they are 2nd in the owner's points.
So kind of a disappointing stretch, just like Henry Williams, 23rd at Cleveland and a 15th at
Oh,
Lime Rock. Whoa, God, not a big fan of Tom Shelley right there. But
apparently not.
14th at Texas, their worst finish is at 23rd in the last few races. So we'll see how Jonathan can do trying to pull the 29 team this year.
Kyle Matthews, car 48, the Lowe's Chevrolet, currently is 8th quickest in this session. They are 19th in the owner's points coming in.
Kyle finished 6th and 11th on his road course track, not bad. 33rd at Texas after crashing half the field being a lap car. So hopefully things go better this weekend for the 48 team.
Chris Washer, the CarQuest Chevrolet, car number 5, is currently 6th quickest in this session, and they are 8th in the owner's points coming in.
So they've moved up to 8th after being almost a full race back. 38th at Cleveland and 19th at Pigs Creek. They did finish 6th at Texas, which was another mile and a half. So if they brought the same car, they can gain even more points in the front.
Kev Shear in the 43 is currently 16th quickest in this session. The Goodies Dodge comes into this one 37th in the owner's points.
So Kev has made 5 straight races, a 5th place at Lime Rock, a 3rd at Richmond, and besides his 42nd place finish, all finishes 13th or higher. That lap time is definitely going to need an improvement if he's going to make the race.
Worth mentioning, actually, that lap time would have been good enough for 11th in Group 1.
Okay, maybe he's going to make the race.
Will Lewis in the 07 DirecTV Chevrolet is currently the slowest car in this session, and they come into this one 23rd in the owner's points.
So the reason why they've dropped, this is the team that's looking forward to the road courses being done. 42nd at Cleveland and a 38th at Lime Rock. 25th at his last mile and a half. The 17's been kind of the mid-pack RCR car this year. So let's see what Will Lewis can do in the last 6 races.
Charles Stanford in the 05 Team Chevrolet Chevy is currently 10th quickest in this session, and they are tied for 41st in the owner's points with the 18.
Well, the reason why, after having a dismal stretch of only best finish of a 37th after the Pig Stadium, a 2nd place at Lime Rock, if it was 5 more laps, Charles would have got the win. They won in Zen Joltis a couple weeks ago in the 63 car. So
Charles himself as a driver, the team didn't. There's no affiliation there at all.
No, they couldn't afford to fund that team at all. But anyways, the 05
Someone
car
just
looked
jumped up. I don't know who. It might have. Was it Washer? I don't know. Someone jumped up now. I don't know who.
I don't know either.
Point is, I noticed because the 05 fell out of the top 10. Chris Louvier, the 01 Chevrolet, getting cut off there by Tim Randolph with the DEI stripes on the car this week. 23rd quickest, and this is your owner's points leader right now.
Where is he? The 01. Chris Louvier, where are you? He's down here. That's why he's all the way at the bottom. He finished, so his chase start wise, he's 4th, 15th, and 17th. But those runs are not going to cut it. He finished 23rd at Texas, so the 01 team needs to improve to a top 10. They only have a slim 43 or 38 point advantage over the 7 of Zorline. So let's see if we can finish top 10 this week and try to hold on to that gap.
Tim Randolph, car number 60, comes into this one 7th in the owner's points with the Rowley's Ford.
Well, I would give them a lot of praise last week of just being a sneaky, consistent team, but they decided to take themselves out in the crash. So they finished 23rd at Lime Rock. Their last mile and a half was 24th at Texas. So let's see if they brought a better car this weekend or asked Roush to borrow one of theirs. Whoa.
Yep. Trying to see who we haven't talked about yet. Brandon Patterson, the DeWalt Ford, car number 17, is 19th quickest in this session right now, and they are 24th in the owner's points.
The Atlanta winner, the retired Atlanta winner, 8th place at Cleveland, 39th at Lime Rock, 27th at Pigs Creek, and 16th. So he's been having a decent run. He's got 6 races left to get a win, and personally, I think he's going to win Iowa himself. He's going to be like the real-life Matt Kenseth.
Mm-hmm. Preston Plord, car number 20, the Home Depot Chevrolet, is currently 2nd quickest in this session. They come this one 25th in the owner's points.
They got a number on the side. So it's 39th and 20th, the last 2 for this road course trek. He finished 40th at Texas after a crash. Plord has not had a top 10 finish since his 3rd at Twin Rig, so looking for the momentum for the 20 team.
That spot right there where my cursor is actually, I think, the more key detail about the 20, to be fair. Let's see, who else haven't we talked about yet? I don't remember talking about this guy. Zach Flickinger, car 55, the Napa Toyota for Michael Waltrip Racing with the black and yellow splitter there. Yep. 12th quickest right now in this session, and they are 36th in the owner's points.
So they DNQ'd 5 out of the last 7 races with a 27 to 4th they made, but they finished 4th in the last mile and a half. 12th place is going to be cutting it close, so we'll see how the 55 does this week.
Let's see. Levi McIntyre, the Office Depot Ford, is currently 14th quickest, and they come to this one 20th in the owner's points.
So 19th to 27th at Road Course Trek, 8th at Richmond. They brought out a new paint scheme last week and got a top 20, so we'll see how they do this weekend. As it looks...
I'll let you see the bottom. That is everyone. And now I get to do my thing.
Johnny's looking like he's going to the house.
I can't go to the bottom and do that.
Johnny looks like he's going to the house. That's a really... I think Johnny's mind's not in Kansas, so that's a tough break for that team.
Yeah, mine's probably not really at the racetrack, in all
honesty. So yeah, at the bottom, the 06 is not looking too good. I can't... Who else is down there? So it's gonna be close. Remember, we only got 11 cars because of Steve Paul, but Steve Paul would have made this race anyways.
I know what it is. We're in standby time as well, so only the flying laps are counting.
Well, I know Charles is in the field because I think Osborne or Williams is the cutoff.
You're definitely in the right neighborhood.
RJ looking like he might go to the house. Brock is looking like he's going. Oh, well, that was a dick move.
That was close. 2 drivers who are locked into the field.
Not playing nice with that chaser right there.
And with that, we are now done with qualifying. Charles Jackson sets the quickest lap time of group number 2. Looks like Matt Dixon should be safe, as he's the only, or him and Tom Shelley should be safe as they're the only Go-Go homers in the top 10. But that said, I actually, barring anyone jumping up that I didn't see, I know who made the show and who's going home.
Damn it. Robert Pollard's going home.
And with that, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed and subscribe if you haven't today for more gaming and racing related content. I'm Gordon Fan1, and it's been a production of the NRSL. We'll see you guys next time.
See you guys.